What's up, everyone? I am Toku Tyler, and I am very happy to be taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection S.P.D. Shadow Ranger. My first ever Lightning Collection figure, and I am so glad it is this one. It is amazing. It is fantastic. It is my favorite suit in the history of Power Rangers. First off, I love the Shadow Ranger suit. I remember it ever since I first saw it growing up in SPD. It is my favorite suit, hands down. It is so cool. And I'm so glad they made a figure of it for the Lightning Collection, because I knew the Lightning Collection was going to be a thing, and I was just excited that the Shadow Ranger was going to be part of it. So I didn't know if I was going to buy any other figures. As of right now, this is my only one. But enough talking about it. This is my favorite of the Lightning Collection so far. That's why I had to pick them up. But anyway, as we're looking at the box, that awesome artwork that the Lightning Collection boxes have. There's the other side of it. Pretty cool. Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD Shadow Ranger. Obviously, that cool background inside there with the lightning. Another cool shot of the artwork. Gives you a better look at it. I love it. And of course, on the back, shot of the figure itself, but not the actual figure you get. I will explain. There are some painting differences that have been brought to my attention, which is fine. It's not the end of the world, but it is. This is a different figure. This is like a professionally, made one for this picture, for the packaging, versus the one that's in the box, which is missing a little bit of paint, but it's not the end of the world. Like I said, more stuff, warnings and everything on the bottom. Anyway, yeah, really cool box though. And speaking of the box, we are going to keep it in the background just so I can show you what I mean by painting differences. So here is the figure. Here is Shadow Ranger. Let me stand him up real quick. Look at that. He is so cool. So awesome. And besides the painting issue, the details on this thing are really, really, like, almost perfect, I think. It's very borderline figure art. It's so cool. I love it. It's, like I said, it's my favorite suit, just to look at him. But we'll bring this in. So real quick, just go over the differences. As you can see, there is some silver on the helmet of that image, but when you look at his, it's just the light blue with a dark background. Let's see if we can focus. There we go. See? It's still sort of painted, just like the helmet, but it's not silver like the one on this image. But it's fine. It's fine. And on the inner arm here, it's supposed to be silver, and it's not here. But it's okay. Like I said, it's all good. It's all fine for me. I love it. It's so good looking. And also, these little shoulder pieces are also supposed to be silver, but it's fine. In the end, I'm fine with it. It's still pretty cool. So the box has great artwork, but I'm just here for the figure. So here he is, looking amazing. Let me just show you the legs and stuff. It's really cool. Got those stripes of blue and red going down. The leg coming from the chest piece. It's so cool. And it's all painted on the back as well. Well, as far as, the belt, this piece, and then the legs, but it's so awesome. I'm so glad I got him. He's so cool. And also, another little difference, I believe, like, the inner lining of this part is supposed to be silver, but again, it's fine. I love the look of the suit, no matter what. It's so cool. So yeah, as far as articulation, we'll get onto his accessories as well. But as far as articulation, just to get it over with, you can click the shoulder. It's kind of a tight click. Oh, okay, I popped his arm off. It's okay. I can fix it. There we go. So the arm goes up that far on a click. It's a good click. You can move it, like, it has its own little socket, which is kind of interesting. So it can move kind of like side to side there. You can rotate at the base of it, which is nice. You can bend the elbow quite well. I like that. And then, of course, you can rotate at the wrist. It's all good. So, and then there's the legs. You can kick up that far. You can bend the knee pretty well at a 90 degree. I believe there is, yeah, there is thigh rotation right there. So you can turn that. And it doesn't really go back far, but that's fine. Oh, and also the chest. You can, like, move him, kind of do, like, crunches a little bit, and a little bit at the, yeah, right there. So you can move that part of him as well. And there's some clicks at the ankle, so you can kind of, like, have his foot out like that, or you can put it back up, and you can kind of move it within there. But this kind of blocks it, so you're kind of limited with the foot movement, but it's fine. You still get some really good poses out of him. So yeah, that's the figure on its own. See if I can stand him. I've been moving him around a lot. There you go. Oh, and also, here is his hands. You see he has this holding hand for his sword. Then he has a holding hand that kind of has his finger out. That is for his morpher. Uh, and it goes in there kind of difficultly, but it's fine. So let's see if we can stand him. Come on. There we go. So I'll put him off to the side here, and we can take a look at his accessories. So first, he has a couple of other hands, one for each side. So he has a closed fist for his left side, and then for his right side, he has an open hand. See if we can focus in on that. That has two fingers pointing out, kind of like a salute thing, maybe. Maybe like aiming a gun like that or something. It's a fun gesture. I don't know. It's something. So there are the hands, and we will go over his morpher. Little S.P.D. morpher right there. Black and gold like it is in the show. That is missing a little bit of paint, but I don't expect much paint for something that's not an actual figure art. It's still really good figures, but not a whole lot of paint, but there doesn't have to be. So there you go. There's his morpher. And what else? Oh, my favorite part of his accessories, his sword. This amazing wolf sword from the show. It's so cool. Got a black handle right there, that cool silver wolf opening its mouth, having the blade come out, and it's super long. A little bit of red on the base of it. It's so cool. And it's painted on both sides, obviously, molded and everything. It just looks so good. So awesome. I love the sword. It's so cool. And then, of course, you have this effect piece, which is for the sword to make it even cooler, which you basically just wrap around the blade as best as you can to give it this awesome, like, swirling energy coming out of it. It's so awesome. See if I can... There. It looks really good. See if we can focus in on that. I know my camera is messing. There we go. But yeah, that's super cool. I love the effect pieces on these guys. Wait, there we go. You gotta really like coil it around, but it looks good. So there's that. And then of course, last but not least, we have the Doggy Kruger pieces. So here's his little neck piece, and I'll show you what this is for when we get to that. But here is the head of the character himself. See if we can focus. Very, very well detailed. It's like it's just right off of the show. It's so cool. Even got his hair and everything. This is Doggy Kruger, the commander of S.P.D, aka the Shadow Ranger. So I like that there's a head swap. You don't really see that often with these kinds of figures, with like Toku, Power Rangers and Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. You don't really see head pieces like these. It's really cool. So there's that. There are all the accessories, and the only thing left to do is show them off. So now all I'm going to do is use the accessories, do some different poses while I talk about just, some cool stuff about this figure and about what happened the first time I found one of these figures. So first we're going to start with his morpher right here. We're going to put it in this pointing hand, and I'll show you how. You kind of go from the bottom here, kind of squeeze it in. So yeah, funny little story. I found a Shadow Ranger figure when they first arrived in stores and stuff. Like, I went to Walmart, obviously, and I found one, but I noticed that the front of the packaging had been opened, and someone actually stole the sword out of the packaging. Just the sword. They left the figure, they left all the other accessories, everything, so I was so sad that someone just took the sword out of the box and just left it there on the shelf for me to think I found the figure I was looking for, but I had to, give it to one of the employees. They took it back and they probably sent it back to the manufacturer and everything. But yeah, anyway, there's him holding his morpher. You can kind of turn his head. I forgot to show you the head articulation. It's really, really good. It's full 360. There you go. But yeah, it's judgment time. So that's pretty cool. It is kind of difficult to get in there if you don't know how, so that's that. And now for the sword. So yeah, like I said, that was just a little story. I did find one of these early on, but it was ruined for me because someone stole the sword. So now to show you what the sword can do, one of the cool things about the lightning line is some of the figures that have swords actually have little sheaths or holsters for them. So you can actually place the sword in there and have it at his side all the time. That's so cool. So yeah, now you can pull it out. You can put it in this hand, which I think it's mainly for, is his holding hand right here. And just aim it like so. Kind of get a good pose out of him here. There we go. There you go. See? It's really cool. That's awesome. And like I said, to make it even cooler, you just put the effect piece on there. See if I can wrap it around. There we go. It's pretty easy to put on if you do it that way. Just like keep going around. And there you go. That's so awesome. It's probably the coolest effect piece. I've seen some of the other ones with the other figures. There's like a lightning one and a digital one for the red, what's he called? Beast Morphers, red one. He's got a cool effect piece, but this one's super awesome. I love it. It's so cool. That's so awesome. Okay, now I'm not really gonna do the hand swaps because you pretty much know what they look like. They're not for holding anything. It's just a fist and a two fingers pointing kind of thing. But that's pretty cool. And you can also hold the sword in this hand, but it's not preferable. It is kind of loose. I don't know. See? You can wiggle it and yeah, it'll come out. So I don't really suggest putting it in the left hand, but the right hand, go ahead. It's super it's a nice hold on it. It's really cool. Okay. So we did the morpher, we did the sword. Now to do the Doggy Kruger stuff. So basically, all you gotta do is pop his head off. Don't worry, it's fine. It's a little ball joint right there. It's totally fine. That's what it's for. So before you put the head on, you take this little neck piece, and you see the little light blue part of it? You put that facing forward, and you kind of place it inside the collar, like that. And then you take this, put it on the ball joint, pop it right on there. There you go. And now you have Doggy Kruger without the helmet. And another cool thing is you can kind of like angle his arm, and you can hold the helmet in his arms here. Let's see if I can do it. I did it for some pictures. I can't seem to do it now though. Sorry, I know this is taking too long. I'll be right back. And there we go. So yeah, it's gonna fall out if I touch him. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. If you can get it just right, you can have him holding his helmet like he took it off. That's just so awesome. And we can it's probably gonna fall out, but let's see if we can put this sword in just to complete the effect. Oh yeah, there we go. That's super cool. I love this figure so much. So well detailed, just a lot of fun to pose. It's so, so cool. So yeah, that just pretty much does it for this review. Like I said, these figures are so cool. I know I only have one, but I can already tell that the lightning line... Oops, I was waiting for him to fall. I can already tell that the lightning line is just going to be great the more and more they have. So, there we go. I got the helmet again. Okay. But yeah, let's see if we can... I had him standing up way better earlier. There we go. So yeah, like I was saying, sorry. Yeah, I can already tell the Lightning collection is just going to be great. More and more they do, just they're well designed, really well done. I cannot say any more good things about it. It's so good, and I'm so happy that I was able to get my favorite suit ever. My Shadow Ranger is my favorite suit. Say what you want about Doggy Kruger, I think the suit is just so amazing, and I'm so glad they made a figure of it starting out. And yeah, I can't wait to get more of these figures. They're so cool. I definitely want to get Beast Morphers Red when that comes out, because it will come out eventually. Maybe even Dino Charge Red. I don't know. But definitely Tommy the White Ranger. I definitely want to get that one. That one is like old school and just amazing. I want to get Tommy eventually. But yeah, so far, I'm loving the line, and I can't wait to get more, and I'm so glad I got Shadow Ranger. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.